I have a twin brother. His name is Tom. I love him to death. And my whole life, I knew that I would do anything for my brother, right? I adore him. He means everything to me. A few years ago, we were living together, and Tom came home and he put my love to the test. He put that principle of do anything for him to the test. He came home. It was like a Tuesday night, like 2 in the morning. He was drunk, just totally drunk. I don't even know how he got home. Bangs on the door, and I open it up for him, and he stumbles in, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm fine, I'm fine." I'm trying to hold him. He's like, "No, I'm fine." And I let him go, and bang, he's banging, boom, banging in the hallway, bam, real hard. He's not fine. I'm grabbing the guy, trying to hold him up, but he's just pissed drunk. This guy is just absolutely smashed, right? So he's like, I'm bringing him to his room, and he's like in the hallway, and then boom, he just crashes to the ground. Just slams right down, and I see him in there. He's kind of like passed out a bit. And I was like, no, the guy's passed out. The guy's totally out of it. He's like not moving anymore. He's not helping me. He's not lifting his own body weight, right? It's not going well anymore. Now, it had been raining outside, and the guy was wet, you know. So as he's lying on the ground, I'm trying to help him out. So I'm going to take off his clothes. I'm going to put on his pajamas, put him in his bed. I love him. He's my brother. I'd do anything for him. When I get to his pants, I realize they're soaking wet. And then I realize they're not wet because of the rain. It's not raining that much. They're wet because he peed himself. The guy's all wet with pee. And that's when I realized, oh, wow, I would not do anything for my brother. I left him right there in his own pee-soaked pants, lying on the floor. Didn't love my brother as much as I thought. Wouldn't do anything for him. It was a good lesson for me to learn. I feel that way about humanity, to be honest. Most times I feel like I would do anything for my fellow man, anything for humanity. I love humanity. I wake up every single day and I am eager. What is humanity doing? What did they create? What's going on? I'm absolutely obsessed with the super organism called human beings. Absolutely fascinating. But, when my brother was there, in his wet pants, peed himself, I just left him there and I went to watch Netflix, because it's way easier to go and just watch Netflix. And sometimes I look at what my fellow man is doing and I could go help, I could do something, but it's way easier for me to just go and watch Netflix, go sit down and watch Netflix instead of dealing with humanity's wet pants issues, okay? I know, I wouldn't do anything for my brother and I wouldn't do anything for humanity, Not when I have to deal with pee. Urine is where I sort of draw the line, I guess. What am I saying? What I'm trying to say is that I would help humanity if it was easier, okay? If it wasn't stumbling around drunk, okay? If it wasn't collapsed on the ground unconscious, okay? If there was an easier way to help humanity, I would do that. I'm trying to create that easier way. I'm trying to kind of smack humanity up and wake them up to the real potential, okay? It's not on those actions that we do, it's what's happening up here and what's happening in here. Okay, we've got to feel powerful. We've got to feel connected. All right. And I think we can do that by creating an audience, right? When we create the audience, you create a counter that shows the number of people who are added to this audience. Can you imagine? It's like waiting in a line for tickets to a show you want to see, and that line is super long. And because you're in that line, you feel very good the longer that line gets. And when you hear the line is around the block and down the street, and it's going for miles and miles, you feel like, oh my God, we're doing something worthwhile. This is a lot of fun. And I want that feeling for helping the world. I want us to come together as an audience of people willing to interact with great ideas, to be counted. I want to know how many people are interested in helping humanity. I know we're going to draw the line at urine-soaked pants, okay? I'm totally going to draw that line, but man, there's a way to do small actions to create big change. I love humanity. I wouldn't do anything for it, but I think we can find a way to do small things that will create big changes. I love my brother. I love him to death. Just don't love him when he's piss drunk in pee. And thank God those days are behind us. I feel like having a drink now. It's weird how that works. Happy for a change. Join the audience. Hand motions. Yeah.